I don't know. I've never seen that before.
He rolled over, he joked over. I said, hold on, we gotta leave. I'm like, oh, yeah, he used to hide all of it. It got bad, man. And the only thing I could notice was you in frame. I'd walk past her and then come back with food and just sit down. I'm like, maybe she's one of the.
Not better. Alright, now go.
Hey guys.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Hey y'all. So, Bryant Park. Hey y'all. So, if you're wondering where we are, we're in Bryant Park. If you wonder why we're in Bryant Park, go check out our video from Vlogmas Day 2 because basically, go check out our Trying to See the Tree Vlogmas video, okay? It was a bus. Go check out the craziness, the madness, mad.
Oh,
so,
you have a straw. So yeah, we're just here chilling, eating some Chick-fil-A, some nice yum Chick-fil-A.
I'm yum.
So she's a monster for some Chick-fil-A fries. She's a monster for it. Every time I come in with something, she's like, let me get some. But the thing is, she pretty much has her own anyway. So she wants more of mine.
I don't want some of your more Chick-fil-A.
Fries.
If y'all hear other voices, it's because, again, we're in Bryant Park. We're in public. But it's a different change of scenery for y'all, so. Anyway, this video is gonna be about. Okay, where do you want to start?
Where it all began. Not us, but where the first.
Dorm room.
No, the first like interaction.
Really?
Like one of us seeing the other, or one of us didn't see the other.
That's you then.
Yeah.
You saw me way before I ever saw you.
Yeah. So. Freshman year, I lived in Towers, and my cousin moved in.
To the Frank.
Yeah, into the Frank. I didn't help him move in. But the next day, I was in his dorm, chilling, enjoying my time. And from that day forward, I was just in that dorm. Thing is, most of the RAs never seen me, or they just leave the door open.
The RA did not leave the door open.
Yes, they did. Yeah, it's just easy. You walk up, open the door, and walk in. He said they just closed it pretty much for 1 hour. That's what I'm talking about. Whenever he was locked out, he said it's really 1 hour. And it's somewhere near like evening, and they unlock it again, thinking nobody else will unlock it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean the front door?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because housing ended up moving. When they knocked down laws, housing moved into the Frank. So the front door was always open. That's why you meant you were always in my dorm. Oh, that makes sense.
No, it still let me in.
Yeah.
They go. But to drive home the point where I first seen her, I would walk past her in the hallway and she wouldn't see me during her shift. My cousin would send me to go get him some food. I'd walk past her and then come back with food and just sit down.
I don't know how when I did my job, I did see a lot of people. I feel like he might have been the person I thought, okay, they live here, I just don't know them, I don't talk to them. Got that face, you know.
But as it turns out, that's what happens in most of the dorms. They just think I live there.
That's crazy.
They're like, nah. Walk in the door, behind somebody. They don't
Wait,
check.
you saw me that second day?
No.
Oh.
I was just I just stayed in his room.
You saw me though?
No.
Before, I thought you saw me in the Frank before you saw me in Miss Perrine's office?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. 20 times you're like, wait.
I was trying to move out of frames.
Before you're like, no, you did. I'm like, yeah, I know. I did.
I was a good RA, guys, okay? I did my job. I did my job.
I would have been a lit RA. Man.
But that's the first time you saw me?
Yeah.
And then what else?
When the first time you seen me?
That day. Oh, apparently I saw you in Miss Marine's office, but first time I really remember seeing you is the day that we met with Demetrius, or with Dion. I don't remember seeing you ever before that night. When basically our mutual friend, I was meeting our mutual friend because we lived in the same building and we were going home. Yeah, 2019 in October. Me and our friend, we lived in the same building in the yards. We were friends. We were both had to walk to the yards. We didn't have a car. We were gonna walk together. And he was like, and so I'm waiting for him to come as we're both the same major. He just has to come meet me in front of our majors building, which is the ETV building if you're on DSU's campus. And basically he was like, oh, well, and then I'm like, where are you? Where are you? He pulls up in the middle, in like midnight darkness, because at a certain point, there's not a lot of lights in certain parts of campus.
It wasn't the ETV. It was Bank of America.
No, it was ETV.
No, I remember because it was drizzling and we were standing under the Bank of America light and you were.
And I was meeting him in front of ETV.
Yeah, we weren't in the ETV. We weren't in front of the ETV. That night where it was dark, midnight. Yeah, because I know Dion said he was gonna scare you. Because it was so pitch black. Yeah, it was in front of Bank of America. You were just sitting there like this, looking like you were like a scared puppy at night. I'm like, who's that? He's like, oh, that's who we're meeting. I'm like, oh.
That's her. Finally, I meet her.
No, he said he just needed an escort through the darkness.
No, was that like your thought that finally I get to meet her?
No. Well, not really. I'm just like, like maybe she's one of the friends.
So he's over here. So then our friend pulls up out of the darkness with this random
like Batman
new dude.
Like Batman.
Which is him.
Batman.
And I'm like, who? I'm like, why'd you take so long? I'm like, why'd you take so long? Basically just talking to our friend. Not even acknowledging him.
Yeah, no, I was cool with it. I was listening to music.
And then you ended up being like, and then like we all ended up going back to our friend's place.
Because he didn't want me to walk back.
Huh?
He didn't want me to walk back yet. That way he promised I'd get to watch him play GTA.
So then we all went to our friend's place. I think I went home. I think we all just went straight there.
Yeah.
But isn't that how we met? Like we just all chilled out in his dorm. I think that's it. Oh, no.
There was a time you were already there and I just showed up. There was a time you were already there and I showed up. Or no, you showed up. No,
yeah,
you went upstairs.
You were already there.
Yeah, you went upstairs for something. Dion said, oh, I'll just leave my door open. You know how it is. And then you walked in. I remember you walking in and I just sat down. We're just sitting here with GTA and then you just walk in and just unload. I'm like, oh shit.
You want the bra?
No, not the bra. Oh, God. Not the bra. I'm talking about like...
I think I started taking pictures on this dude's phone, like randomly. On his phone. Just randomly. I don't even know you and I'm just taking pictures on your phone.
It's funny. I still have those pictures. I
don't know why you wouldn't.
No, it's not about why I wouldn't. It's just that I was just stunned. I'm like, why do I still have her photos? It's like, let me delete them.
Delete them? You better not pull them out and delete them right now.
No, I was thinking about it in that moment to delete them. And I'm like, nah, I don't need this.
Is that how we met?
Officially met, like, talk. Well, we didn't talk that much.
I mean, we did. Then our friends, that same friend, had to film a project. So, like, his project, I think it was for his capstone. And
yeah, it was for his capstone.
He couldn't show, like, a substance. Like, the illegal substance he was filming about, he couldn't show it. So, he had to substitute it with broccoli. So, we were all laughing.
I have that video too.
If you know one thing about me, I'm gonna eat.
Oh yeah, she every time I seen her, she had food.
One thing about me, I'm gonna eat.
She had food, like a lot of food.
I'm eating.
Oh,
So I came down to that video shoot for his capstone
and the thing that made me
with
upset,
some food.
yeah, the thing that made me upset about the capstone is I was the last person to show up, or second to last person to show up.
Was
One
it
of
me?
them. I don't know who it was. No, you were already in there when I walked in. It was you, Dion, Brandon.
Oh yeah, at first seat.
And
Oh yeah, I was one of the first people there. It
what's
was.
her name? What's her name?
Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix was there too.
So I think it wasn't the other Brandon.
It was.
No, it wasn't the other Brandon. Both Brandons weren't there. But I remember it was at that photo shoot, right? And I remember we were all there all day, and I'm getting hungry again. And I'm looking at him like, I picked you. You want to try my food?
I'm like, sure, why not? I don't care.
I was cooking up some type of curry something, and it got way too spicy. And I needed a taste test. I need somebody to taste test it. That was when you came in. I said, come upstairs, just try my food.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you that if we weren't on a college campus, I would not accept that at all.
I think that's why I was just like so
Never,
open, because this is
ever.
like, I think I was open like that too, because I'm like, I didn't have to be skeptical. We're on our college campus.
No, I was. It's just I've been on this campus long enough. I'm like, oh yeah, I know the ins and outs. I'll be okay.
So he's over here like, okay, then he comes upstairs, he tries the curry. It's way too spicy for the both of us. Way too spicy for the both of us. Oh my god, I'm mad I'm hungry. I'm still hungry. I told myself if I was still hungry I would get a salad when we get back uptown. But wait, is that how we met?
That's one of the ways we met.
Oh, I think that's like when we started to hang out. That's really when we started to hang out with each other. Oh, there was a turning point for you. The party night of the party.
Before that, we met.
So in between when we first met, when he comes out the darkness with our friend, but and then
darkness with him. He's the one leading it, even though he just wasn't an escort. So he's leading me out of darkness.
you came out the darkness. You were escorting him out the darkness.
Yeah, but he came out at first, so it's like I was following him.
So the trying of like our friend filming for his capstone, that was like in December.
Yeah.
And like early December, that was like a final project. And then we met like our first time, well my first time meeting him was October.
Yeah.
2019.
It was about October.
And now, but in between that, what happened? There was a turning point for you.
There were 2 turning points.
Really?
Yeah. I got to enjoy the couch upstairs because I didn't want to be downstairs because apparently nobody had a good couch downstairs. I don't know why.
I mean, a good couch.
Like y'all. Like, yeah, this is good. There's a good couch. All the other couches, someone got their stuff pushed in on that couch. For lack of a better phrase, they had fun on that couch. That's what it looked like. Their couch was okay. And a party I went to.
Well, we both were invited, so like we're both like good bros. Like
No. We went first, and then we had to go get you. We had to get you.
Who's we?
It wasn't just me who came up and just said, let's go to the party.
Fine,
Yeah.
okay. Describe the night of the party, because this was your turning point. So let me stop just trying to describe your moment.
Well, thank you. Well, the time of the party was more so of it was GP's party.
GP, he's our good bro. Landlord GP.
Landlord.
And he's like one of our good bros on campus. Like he's my good friend. I was with him since he first got on campus. And he was your good friend when you got on campus.
He called me.
So this guy, our friend, threw a surprise birthday party for himself. And
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
okay, so that's the context. Sorry, I butted in again.
Yeah, I've never seen that before, but he threw the party for himself, and I remember for like 2 weeks leading up to it, it's like, who does
this? And then I remember it's GP. GP does everything.
I'm like, that's
nothing
a
this
good
man
thing
can-
to do.
No,
Like,
no,
you need to throw a party for yourself.
There's no.
Don't rely on other people to throw a party for you. Give yourself flowers.
Yeah, you can do that, but no, there's nothing this man does. Like, he can't do. He is the Superman, the Black Superman. He is. This man does it. He can do everything. But he invited me. I remember I was in the radio station chilling, and he's like, "Juan, you want to go to a party?" I'm like, "Party? For real?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, no, it wasn't GP. No, it wasn't. Chad. It was Chad. Chad, me and Chad were talking about it, and then Chad said GP invited everybody. He's like, if you're pretty much been through the station or you've been on campus, you're invited.
And if you're like his bros,
Yeah,
like
you're
one of
his
his
bro.
day one, if you're like one of his bros, day ones, like on campus, he's like, yeah, of course you're invited.
I think he counted me as one of his bros when I was helping him with one of his like projects because he didn't know how to screen record or audio record. He's like, I don't know how to do this technical stuff, but I know how to go hard in the paint. I'm like, okay, I'll set it up for you, and I did. And I got some amazing stock footage. I'm not gonna be able to show it here because I don't have video for it. Some great stock footage of him just. He might see this too. That man was
What?
like GP was killing it, and then he's just like. I'm like, bro, you were gonna melt that microphone to death. God darn, GP, he just breathed hard into it. But he started, like, when I was in the station, like, on my own, I stayed there a lot of hours. I stayed there a lot. I was always in there. Everyone thought I was always, like, if you couldn't find me, you knew I was there. But GP would stay late a lot, and we would talk about a lot of deep things. And he's like, wow, I never thought of it like that, or I never seen it that way, or I've never met anybody like that would think this deep. I thought it was just like me and a few others.
Is this the story of how you describing GP in your relationship, or you describing how we met?
This leads into it, like how I got it. Like, you gotta explain how you're a bro related in order to get to the part. It's not just, it wasn't just a blind invite. You gotta step it up. But through all that, Chad said, I'm like, I don't think I'm invited. He's like, sure.
That's what I said.
No, he said, he looked at me like, he didn't even say my name. He's like, he just stared at me. I'm like, well, what's wrong? He said, you a damn lie. You know you can go. I'm like, why? He said, you know GP wants you there. I'm like, He said, hey, I got
Keep going. Tell the story.
I was, and this is how we tell stories. It's not just, this is how we tell stories. You gotta be patient.
Who's we?
Oh God, this is how we tell stories.
You mean guys or black people?
Not all black people talk like this, but.
Alright, go.
So, we all know what the big purpose of this party was. Well, sub-objective. And you want to say it with me? We know what GP did.
To get them girls.
Yeah, to get them girls. No, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for Chad. It was for...
It was just like, it was this other freshman. No, wait, were you a freshman? No, you weren't a freshman yet.
I wasn't a freshman.
You weren't a freshman anymore.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
another, so it was like, it was the current freshman at the time. He needed help getting some girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, just a kickback. Nah. Then it turned into, but then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not one of the girls they trying to get. So
this is where I also got, before I got GP's number, and I texted him, should I bring these? He said, no, bro, I'll provide everything. Tell me why I was so busy trying to help. No, I wasn't that busy helping. I was just subtly trying to help him. You know, be a helper from a distance. You gotta let them marinate into the uncomfortable space for them to grow. And this man coming back over me every single time. Me over here chatting, rolling, having some fun. We're having fun. Talking and stuff. And that's why he can't do anything. So you know what happens?
what?
I remember seeing Chad leave. No, GP's party got shut down. The first time. And I've never seen, like, you know, an action movie where it's the dark room on the inside and it's lights coming through. That's what they did in his room. He rolled over, he joked over Vito, said, hold on, we gotta leave. I'm like, oh, yeah, he said, hide all of it. Hide all of it. He said, don't flush it, hide it all. Police came in, it was smoked out the first time. The second time, it was lighter, but the first time they smoked. Get that room up. But best to say, I went upstairs.
Gosh, Sean just ran up, folks.
I'm sorry.
Lucky they got their degrees right now.
I'll cut this whole part out. I'll say it again. But that whole experience inside, they did some wild things. yeah, editor, skip it right here. They did some wild things. You get what I'm talking about?
Nah, you know what? They said it. You can say it. We all got our degrees right now except you. So
Yeah. But I had some fun at that party, but I went upstairs. I don't know.
to
why.
my room.
Yeah,
You came upstairs.
I don't know why.
I don't know how. I don't remember you knocking on the door or whatever. I just know like it just was like, all right, you came in. You said I'm coming in.
I think I was there for somebody else.
You came in, knocked on my door because you were chilling with me, and I was like, oh, I was like, listen to this sound from my song.
No, you texted me. You texted me to come up the stairs. Cause I'm like, I didn't know anybody in your apartment at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I know the only one who I've known was Kima, but I've only seen her in the art department. Like I talked to her like twice. I didn't know her, but it was her. And then I go upstairs, knock on the door, and she's like, "Yeah, come in." You see her over there struggling, trying to make music in GarageBand. I'm like, what are you doing?
It was for a class project. We had to make a meme and then we had to make a song. So the song part wasn't too bad. I was just like, okay, does this sound right together to like another person? But the meme, that was so hard for me. I'm like, this is not funny. My meme did not turn out funny.
It was not funny.
But I'm like, okay, does this meme look funny?
Have it. I'm mad I don't.
I think I have it, but I'm like, does this meme look funny? And he's like, no. And so I'm upstairs trying to like work on this song. I'm like, cause I'm redoing my assignment because I just wasn't proud of it. And then I'm like, and then I think you were just like, and you're just like how he was my taste tester. He was basically also like the sampler. Does this sound good? Does this is this funny? Make you laugh?
No, and the worst part is I was really trying. Like,
so I was doing my homework, basically. I was doing my homework on my friend's computer nonetheless, because my computer has some issues.
You mean the tombstone?
It was not okay. So like literally the screen came apart from my computer by that point. So like the screen separated from the actual computer. So that was freaking crazy.
And it was a bit chunkier. I heard the clicks through that computer. Like,
but
whenever you push down here, I'm like, oh, why?
That's I think how we met. That's how we met, and we started hanging out and stuff.
Not much else happened after that, except you cooked something.
But you said no, like you gotta finish like how this was your turning point.
I was thinking else up. No. The turning point was I was up there, and the funny thing is, Chad texted me like, "Bro, where you at?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said everybody just like rounded about. They waited till the campus police left and just went back in. I'm like, "Oh." He said, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm upstairs," and I told him your door room, and he said, "That's huge room." I'm like, "Who?" He said, "Hold up, I'll be up there in a minute." Me and you talking. Remember, I sat on it. I was sitting like
on the side of the couch.
Yeah, and he came in. He said, "Hey, Chris." He looked at you. "Hey, Chris."
And funny enough, y'all, at the very same time, I had a crush on Chad. I'm like, if I go to this party, it's because I want to get with Chad. And then my roommate / best friend knew that. But it's so funny because when we came back upstairs that night, she's like, Jawan had a crush on me. She's like, he was eyeing me the whole night at the party. Because
I'm like, I wasn't trying to do romance.
They forced me to the party. It was you, Chad, and Kima.
You look like a sad puppy upstairs.
I was not a sad puppy. I was very much determined and into my work. Because by that point,
okay, I'll put it this way: from an outside perspective, you look like a lonely puppy.
But didn't I look like I was into my work, determined?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you look stressed from your work. Very stressed. Very, very stressed.
Okay. Then I got to the party and all I could think about was, how can I finish this work?
That's all she was thinking about. And the funny thing is, I went over with her roommate.
My roommate was bored. Kima, like, she wanted, my best friend, she wanted to go down. And she was like, she wanted to party. So and you know, as an RA, like we're really supposed to be shutting down. No, I wasn't an RA anymore, but she's really supposed to be shutting down the parties.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But she didn't.
She was cool. Me and her were sitting over there having a nice drink with each other, just talking. She's like, "Man, I wish there was something fun happening." I said, "There's Ty over there failing a bit." She's like, "That's funny, but not fun." I'm like, "Hey, you're right. She's like, "Actually, no, I'm actually intrigued. How far is it?" And we had a whole conversation about this man. Like, it wasn't
That's
good.
nice.
It was not. No, it was not. We were tearing this man apart in this conversation. It wasn't good.
Y'all ain't real friends.
And then she looked at me because she was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." She's like, "You want another one?" I said, "Sure." Look, another one, and the only thing I could notice was you in frame. Because what was weird to me is you're the only person leaning against the wall. In my field of view. Yeah, everybody else was standing like this. I don't know, I found that weird. It was just weird you staring like that. And then Kino just stared at me like, ooh, like maybe he's into her. Because she's like, he's been staring at you for like 15 seconds. What is he doing? He's like, and she's like, oh, he into you. And then she's like, come on, let's go over there. I'm like, wow. She's like, let's join the conversation. And she brings us over there. I lean against the wall. I wasn't trying to be like cool or anything. I literally leaned against the wall because I was trying to like, this is weird. Why you're the only one not leaning against the wall? You know what? I don't care anymore. But I'm over here and I'm just like, yeah. That's all I was doing because I don't know what was going on. I heard a lot of music. There was a lot of smoke around me and drank a little. I didn't drink too much. I drank like a little bit.
I think after that came, and so what made that like a turning point for you?
It was a different type of party than what I was used to.
Oh no, that was a turning point with me. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm leading to. That was what I was leading to. Dang, and all these connect. Never trust.
You got 3 minutes till it's
Okay, so I'll try to speed through this. The turning point for me was when we all left. We had fun, everything. The thing that made me upset is I had to take back to his dorm. But the good thing was, Chad looked at me, looked at you. He's like, "Yeah, bro, get over there." I'm like, "All right." He said you did a lot better than. I said, "How?" He said, "Bro, you didn't even do anything but look in a direction it worked." I'm like, "I wasn't trying." He's like, "Yeah, that's the great part." Now roll with it. I'm like, "Wow."
Because at the same time, when they dragged me downstairs to the party, I'm like trying to get Chad's attention.
I had Chad's attention. Me and him were like cracking.
I'm like trying to, like, I knew I had his attention as like a friend, but at that point it was so random. Like I really just saw him randomly.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's terrible to say this on camera. Me and him tore him apart. Me and Chad like the whole time. He's like, how is it
okay, stop talking about how you was a bad friend, talking about you tearing apart your friends.
Like he was tearing everybody else apart.
Stop talking about how you tearing apart your friends. We got like 2 minutes.
But when I left, I think a day, or it was between like a few days to a week, I had her number. Yeah, I had her number. You remember, you texted me to come upstairs. And we start texting more often. Cause I was like, fun party. Or one of us said something about fun party, that's how you know Chad, I see you in the station, yeah, you with Breen, yeah. And
that's how it started with us.
And then it got bad, man.
It got bad.
Like when I would leave the campus, because I lived in the same state, I could go up. I could take the bus up or someone would come get me, and my dad would come and get me and bring me up for the weekend so I could spend it up there. Tell me what, or whatever breaks, tell me why it's like midnight. I knew she was a night owl, but I didn't know to that extent. It was between midnight to 2 in the morning, and she's texting me. I'm knocked out. Usually when I'm with the family, pretty much we're partying most of the time. I'm tired. It wasn't from party. I was tired from traveling. And she just texted me out of the blue. I'm like, who the heck is texting at 2 in the morning? It's not.
No, that was because me and Demetrius just got in from watching the movie Queen and Slim.
No, you just sent me a text message.
Really? That's either that or because campus had just ended, so it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, that was when we started. I thought it was a turning point because you said you started to look at me different since I was the only one upstairs.
I was looking at you different. Yeah, that was a turning point.
You said because I was upstairs on Friday and everybody else was at that party.
Yeah, I just found that weird. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. You're the only one? Like, you're the only one?
I had that work to do. I mean, at that point, it was like basically like the week before finals. I'm like, I need to catch up. It's the week before December, so it's like Thanksgiving, and then you come back and it's finals. So I'm like, let me catch up, make sure I'm doing all my work.
And here I am. I came to the party, and guess what the great thing was? I finished all of my work.
I already failed 2 classes at that point. I was not trying to. I just make sure I graduated on time.
But overall, guys, that's how it started.
One last thing. Oh, we have 20 seconds left. So after that point in December when classes ended, we just ended up texting the entire winter break. December to New Year's. And we even spent New Year's on FaceTime together.
Yeah.
I only paused it just to record Happy New Year, and then Colton right back.
Yeah. And
That was it. So we went into New Year's 2020 together, and that's how we ended up going out. I think like it just happened. Like he came over because I was like, I'm not trying to stay in New York too crazy too long after the New Year, so I didn't. And I ended up texting you the entire time. You texted, we called, we chatted. We literally were jonesing. We were jonesing, y'all.
Man.
Like when you see like somebody's laying upside down, trying to dusting the ceiling, like sweeping the ceiling. That was us. I know that was me. I was talking to you through everything.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some nights where I'm just like, what's she doing?
Yo, and we talked for hours, y'all.
Oh, hey, get this. There was a time where we forgot we were like how long it was. It was a day. No, it was a day and an hour. It was 25 hours. We were literally on it for 25 hours.
Really?
I know. Yeah, because we started in the middle of the day yesterday.
Oh, I think I
And
might have a picture from that, but it was crazy. A screenshot from it. It's crazy because we were just talking about anything, any and everything for like hours, and then it flowed. It wasn't like it wasn't hard.
It wasn't.
It just like, yeah, I don't know, like pieces of a puzzle that fit.
And we learned a lot about each other.
I think we learned a lot about each other, and, like the way we think, like our experiences, because we just ended up talking to each other. Oh, that's so beautiful. You hear the jazz? I love jazz.
She does.
But I guess that ends this video on how we met. Like for part 2.
Also, message before we end.
About this is how we met part.
Yeah.
But if you want to know about how our year 1 of our relationship was,
Tune in.
stay tuned for the next video for next day of Vlogmas.
Wait, I wanted to give the idea. Jeez.
Be careful when you. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Exercise. Get out there and exercise. Yeah.
Was that your
Get
thing?
right. Get right. Yeah. Get out there and get right. Forget New Year's resolutions. Forget Christmas presents, man. Health is your most
Health
important
is
thing.
wealth.
Oh yeah, it's wealth, but it's even more than that. It's powerful. Get out there, have exercise. But we'll see you guys next time. Now I smell a lot of food. God.
I know, it makes me so hungry. I want some more.
Bye, guys.
Bye, see you in the next video.